musically speaking, we were touching, especially from the Tokyo Ghoul one, how diverse the music was, how much of a roller coaster, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, full journey, total
Okay,
journey.
so that's how a lot of people describe the Attack on Titan intros.
Oh, I
So
need
we're
to.
gonna react to all of the Attack on Titan intros that I think are very diverse, and I want to hear your opinion on them.
I'm so excited. Are we going to start with the very first one and go all the way to number 7, like you said?
Yes,
In order.
we're gonna go in order.
Okay,
Yes, but anyways, you ready?
I'm ready.
This is the first intro to Attack on Titan.
Okay. we started out with a bang because a lot
Yeah.
of them have started out a lot like more gently and then like grown, but this one was like boom, we are orchestral and we are a huge choir and we are in your face, and I loved it.
And then
And
what?
then
The
they drew
change.
it back
Yeah.
and we changed the style.
What do you
Ooh.
think so far of
So
like?
it starts out obviously like it's very, very intense and epic.
Mm-hmm.
And even as the style changes, it still keeps that intensity.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't need it. And some people in their songs and music to keep their intensity, it needs to stay orchestral and epic the whole way through.
Mm-hmm.
But somehow they found a way to keep the intensity even when they drew back from the orchestral, huge, in your face type of instrumentation.
Mm-hmm.
And they still managed to keep it very intense.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. And it changed again just after this point.
It really did.
Wow.
What was that for a first intro?
That was crazy. It's weird. It's obviously has that underlying tones as like very dark and intense.
Mm-hmm.
And they make sure that you know it's dark and intense by like the animation that they're showing you.
Mm-hmm.
But if I didn't have that animation, it would be a little bit harder, especially because I don't understand the lyrics,
Mm-hmm.
for me to know that this is dark. Because at times the music is the music is more positive.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we're just having a good time."
Yes.
But actually, it's quite dark and intense underneath, and that pops out sometimes, and then they
Mm-hmm.
draw it back again.
So
They really like to use the choir.
definitely
Like
there's a lot of like backup like church sounding
vocals
and
in there.
adds to the epicness, right? It
Yeah,
feels like a grand scheme of things. Like this is a world building event.
almost operatic.
Yes. All right. Ready for the second one?
Yeah. Whoa! Because the first one, they opened big again, but
Mhm.
it's I was at church for like a really big church with like the choir behind the pastor and the organ.
Yeah. People coming up to the pastor and he's putting his hand, they're fading. Like
Like, and the other one was more operatic rock,
mm-hmm.
and this was still epic, but almost like there's more of a purity to it right in these first few seconds.
All right.
And it was very unexpected compared to the other one. Like they completely have changed.
Let's see if it continues.
Okay. went to the very intense.
Yeah, that's a switch.
Whoa!
Yeah.
The roller coaster was going like this.
Yeah, if you like what you were talking about, like unpredictability, like not knowing what's gonna happen, like, definitely I told you this interest would be that.
Yes.
All right, let's continue.
Emotionally, I'm being dragged.
You heard that scream in the background?
Yes.
It's
That
freaking
metal.
haunted.
Woo, we're getting heavy, heavy, heavy,
Very.
heavy metal themes. Okay, and then we ended with our choir again,
Mm-hmm.
except not as pure. It still had the heavy metal.
Yeah, like they
Into it.
mixed the two elements at the end, right?
Yep, they did.
How?
Wow. Okay, that middle end part.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard Dan Vasque's covers, right?
Yes.
That really, like, right in there reminded me of his covers that he's recently been doing.
Yeah.
That very epic, powerful, manly kind of whatever.
Yeah, the Viking type of
Yes, yes.
personification. So, which one did you like the most between the first and the second?
I don't know. I don't know because they're both like they're so unique and they're very different.
Mm-hmm.
Like surprisingly, I mean, I'm kind of flabbergasted right now.
Well, the next one is
Oh,
one of my personal favorites. It's definitely my top 3. So,
okay.
ready?
I'm ready. That gentle beginning did not last long at all. It kind of was like if you need your heart restarted, this will do it. Like boom. This one is using the vocals
Mhm.
to as their main theme to like tie it all together.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
far.
where in the previous ones they were part of the background.
Yeah. These are
This
the vocals are the forefront in this one.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And how many changes have we, like changes in tempo, have we had thus far?
I don't like lost count. And it's funny because they haven't been jolting changes.
Yeah.
Because those vocals have made all the changes in tempo and everything like very like the vocals are consistent
Mm-hmm.
despite everything else that's changing underneath it.
Yes. 100%.
We had a moment of church choir again.
We did. Just a little before we went into a nuclear explosion.
Yes. Okay, it didn't go heavy metal like I thought. I was very wrong.
Unexpected.
It yeah. We went operatic, orchestral there.
Yes. So, would you say that at least they are somewhat consistent with each other, that they have this epicness to them?
They do. Even though there's so many differences,
Mm-hmm.
they keep that intensity.
Mm-hmm.
They keep that underlying dark intensity with this epic adventure driving force.
Yeah.
You're just being driven. It kind of makes you like want to get up and like ride a horse with a sword in your hand or something, like
I mean,
across
I
a
don't know about you, but that's what I'm doing after this video.
field.
So clearly the next one is gonna be epic. Clearly, giving the
Clearly.
consistency. So let's see if you like it.
Wow. They've kept it it's very melodic. Like for quite a long time compared to the sudden changes of the last 3.
Yeah.
It's very, very gentle in a way.
What do you
But
think
it's
of the
giving me
voice?
apprehension because I'm like, okay,
When is it gonna switch?
It's gonna happen. It's
When
gonna
is the shoe
happen.
gonna drop?
Exactly. And they haven't dropped the shoe yet because in the last 3, it was like almost immediate, like
Mhm.
very quick changes. But
Yes.
here they're like keeping us on edge right now.
Yes. Well, let's see if there's those changes or not.
They haven't.
They didn't. They
It's
didn't go like orchestral heavy metal Rob Zombie on you.
No. I still liked it though.
You did?
I think I'm still more drawn to the orchestral operatic type.
Mm-hmm.
I did like this because I could hear a lot of the piano
Mm-hmm.
with the vocals. It was more, like I said, more melodic
Yes.
focus in this theme. More like pretty, if you want to say.
Okay.
And they still kept it, what didn't feel as intense
Oh, definitely not.
at all,
Definitely not.
but there was a sense of, like in the rise and fall of the music, there was a sense of there is epicness here, but it's muted. Now I don't even know what's gonna happen.
This one for me, I don't know if it's the same thing for you, but this one for me has like it wants to be super epic, but it's kind of
Mhm.
like holding back for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get that impression. Like,
No, that's what I'm getting. I'm like, okay, when are you gonna like up the ante?
yeah. Get out
Let
of the
go.
closet. Yeah, let go. Be like Elsa
Because
and let go.
it's underneath. There's those orchestral, like metal rock, but they're keeping the vocals in the forefront, and they're keeping like it makes me think of number 4.
Oh, okay.
Still kind of focus more on vocals.
Yeah, I think you're right with this one. I think definitely they were like, let's see if we can mix number 4 with like number 1 or something.
Mhm.
Like I was expecting like another
More build-up.
yeah, but it
Like
was just
I
like
they're like it was building and then they dropped again.
mm-hmm,
I can't say I like this one as much as the first. I definitely like the first 3 so
mm-hmm.
far the best. Number 4, it was almost like a theme from a different show
Yes, I 100% agree with that.
because it's so different.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one, like you said, trying to mix the first 3 themes with the 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just not quite, they're just not quite, they haven't quite got it yet.
Yes.
I feel like this is not their best work. I feel bad for
And
saying
honestly,
that.
I agree with you. Like in my opinion, like this is my favorite show of all time. But this song is not on my playlist. Like
Mm.
let's put it that way.
Hmm. It's like there were restraints on them or they're restraining themselves,
It felt restrained for
holding
sure.
back so much.
Definitely felt restrained. This
And
is
I don't know why.
yeah, this
Was
is
it a different like, was there different composers with each one? Very different composers, or like something changed here, and who was in charge or something?
If I am correct, these are the composers or the first three.
Okay.
But yeah, like I don't know, but for me, this song feels like they were trying to kind of replicate the first three and
Mm-hmm.
not being very good at it instead of making something new.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now um, the next two that we're gonna listen to have each song is a different composer.
Mm.
So the first three that were composed by the same person, then the other one a different person, and this one the same as the other three. Now we're gonna have two that are by different people.
Okay. Interesting, because you said it's a different composer,
Yes.
and so I feel like so far they've taken inspiration from the first three,
Mm-hmm.
and they've got something a little bit different. So it's not exactly the same
Mm-hmm.
as the first three, but they're doing a good job of not replicating, but the inspiration.
Being their own thing.
Yes, but
Okay.
the inspiration shows through. I like that violin.
Yes. The visuals are insanely different too.
Oh. There's that rule of 3 right in there.
Yeah.
So we got to hear it the first time, I was like, "Ooh," and we got to hear it the second time, so our brain went, "Alright," and then the third time, and then they finished it up. I like that.
What do you think of this one?
I actually like this one.
I
I still think I'm more attached to the first 3.
Yeah.
But
This one definitely went in a different route. This one is like more like a mystery or like something lurking in the shadows.
Which makes sense, because it did say it was a final season. So
Mhm.
they took that idea of, like, the intensity, but there's a lot of apprehension in here
Mhm.
with these, the themes of, like, sort of hopefulness poking through, but
Mhm.
it's very apprehensive.
Like yeah, like this gives definitely that final season vibe type of thing.
Mhm.
Especially this last part. That is very haunting.
Yeah. Like, are we gonna end on a positive note, or are we gonna fall? Yeah, I'm
Exactly.
happy.
Well,
Mm,
we're now to the last one.
okay.
All right. I'm not gonna say anything. Just
Play it.
just fucking watch. Just.
It
Sometimes that's the best thing. Just surprise. Just.
went back to the original 3 themes,
Mm-hmm.
but made it, like, even heavier metal, like, there's like, what is that called? More growly,
Metalcore.
yes!
Yeah.
Yeah! Which they didn't actually have in the first 3 themes. You heard the heavy metal,
Yeah.
but they didn't have this. There's that driving beat again,
Yes.
which you missed in the last 3 ones.
Still using
last
the strings too.
Mhm. Mixing those, like, more pure vocals with the heavy core growl,
Mm-hmm.
but they're using it so well to give you the right setting the tone
Mm-hmm.
for this.
Definitely, there's no hope in this one.
No.
Like
I
clearly,
really want there to be, but I just like.
If I lose it all,
Oh.
Yep.
That was such a great build up.
I love when they do that. Like when there's spaces.
Yes.
Yeah, that is definitely like
Like
a
bring you up, and then are we gonna drop, or are we just gonna shoot up even higher? And we like shot up higher.
and it was also the change in like it wasn't a metal, like it went to that Linkin Park chorus type of
Yeah.
thing. Oh, my 14-year-old self is just like, yes.
Mm. Woo. Oh, we went back to our heavy metal, the right there at the end.
Yeah.
Interesting.
What do you think?
I really like this one. I'm gonna put it with like the first three, and this last one would be my favorites. I would
It
put them on my playlist.
definitely gotcha. They got playlist status.
Yeah.
I am glad that you even gave this a chance, to be honest with you, because it's not often like that people decide to leave their comfort zone, especially you being like raised so like strictly classical and everything. Then you get
Oh, I think that's why I had to leave my comfort zone. It gets boring in there.
welcome to the land of the sinners. Like definitely you're gonna go back like this Christmas to your parents, and you're gonna have like a freaking like Attack on Titan tattoo sleeve or something. Like your hair is gonna be pink for some
Oh my
reason. You're
gosh.
gonna ditch your husband for a body pillow of like three different characters. Your parents are gonna be like, "What have we done? What? Who's this person?"